Hello and welcome to the lesson. So today I'm going to show you how to play Hotel California by the Eagles. It's a fantastic song and I'm really looking forward to showing you how to play it. And in this lesson I'm going to show you all the parts, including the chords, the picking patterns and the entire lead guitar solo. So we've got a lot to get through and we're going to have a lot of fun. Now I want to start off by showing you the chords to the intro, and the best way to learn the chords is with a capo. It's a simple, cheap little device that you can get from any music shop, and we're going to put it onto fret 7 on our guitar neck. Now some of you have already got a capo and some of you haven't. So if you haven't got one, don't worry. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go towards the end of the video and learn the lead guitar solo first, and then over the next couple of days get yourself to a music shop and get one of these capos. They're cheap and they're worth having, or maybe you can order one online. Okay, so the way the capo works is we clip it onto fret 7 and it raises the pitch of all the guitar strings up by 7 frets. So we're just going to pretend that fret 7 is our open fret. So even if I hold down a note on fret 8, I'm going to pretend that's fret 1. Or even if I hold down fret 9, I'm going to pretend that's fret 2. I hope that makes sense. So the chords that I'm going to show you to begin with are the intro chords, and they're going to sound like this. Fantastic, isn't it? Okay, so let's get started. Now I'm going to have to move quite quickly through each one of those chords. So every time I show you a picking pattern, I want you to pause the video and practice it, okay? Because, you know, there's a lot to get through and I need to move quickly. So here goes. We're going to start off by using an E minor chord, and that's the middle finger on the 5th string at fret 2, and the 3rd finger right behind it on the 4th string at fret 2. And you can just check that it's okay by strumming the strings. And we're going to make it sound like this. So that's the 6th string, and then the 4th string, 3rd string, and then the 4th string again. And then pluck the 2nd string, 3rd string, and 1st string. And then play the 3rd string open, and then put it down on fret 2, like this. Okay, there you go. It should sound like this. Now the next chord is a type of B7. It's the 1st finger on the 4th string at fret 1, the middle finger on the 3rd string at fret 2, and the 3rd finger on the 1st string at fret 2. And we're going to pluck it like this. So that's strings 4, 3, 2, 3, and then strings 1, 2, 3, and then the little finger on the 2nd string at fret 4. Good. And now we're going to do a chord called D2. It's very simple. It goes like this. So what that is the 1st finger on the 3rd string at fret 2 and the middle finger on the 2nd string at fret 3. And I want you to pluck 4, 3, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 3, 2, and then 5, 4, 3. Nice and simple. And now the next one's great. It's called a C sharp minor 7 flat and 5th. It sounds complicated, but it's not. It's very simple. It's going to go like this. And all it is the 3rd finger on the 5th string at fret 4 and the 1st finger on the 4th string at fret 2. Okay? And you're going to pluck strings 5, 4, 3, 4 and then strings 2, 3, 4, 1. Fantastic. And now the next chord is a C chord. Some of you know C already. It's the 3rd finger on the 5th string at fret 3, the middle finger on the 4th string at fret 2, and the 1st finger on the 2nd string at fret 1. And we're going to go like this. So what that is strings 5, 4, 3, 4, and then strings 2, 3, 4, 1. And now what we're going to do is pluck the 5th string again, and now take your middle finger off of the 4th string and pluck the 4th string open, but hammer the middle finger back on to fret 2 like that, and then pluck the 3rd string open on the end. So it'll sound like this. good. And then the next chord is very simple. It's mostly open strings. So pluck the 4th string open twice, and then the 3rd string open, and then the 4th string open again. And then strings 2, 3, and then 4 open. Now put your middle finger onto the 5th string at fret 2, and then pluck strings 3, then 2 open. And then put your 3rd finger onto the 6th string at fret 3, and then pluck strings 4, then 2 open. So just look at the tab and pause the video and make sure you've got that right. It should sound like this. Fantastic. The next chord is an A minor 7, and it'll sound like this. It's a simple chord. It's the middle finger on the 4th string at fret 2 and the 1st finger on the 2nd string at fret 1. And you're going to pluck 5, 4, 3, 4, and then 2, 3, 4, and then the 1st string, and then pluck strings 4 and 3, and then pluck the 6th string, and then pluck strings 4 and 3 again. So it'll sound like this. Okay, and the last chord is a B7. This is quite a tricky chord. It's the middle finger on the 5th string at fret 2, the 1st finger on the 4th string at fret 1, the 3rd finger on the 3rd string at fret 2, and the little finger on the 1st string at fret 2. Okay, and it's going to sound like this. I suggest you pause the video and really practice that one and make sure you got it sounding smooth. And make sure you're arching your fingers up, because you don't want the backs of the fingers to accidentally touch the next string and stop it from sounding, okay? So you're going to pluck 5, 4, 3, 4, and then 2, 3, 4, and then the 1st string on the end. Okay, fantastic. Now, that's a lot of notes, and obviously I've moved quickly through it. So there's only one way of you doing this, and that's to practice it thoroughly. Practice it a lot, each little section. And eventually, if you practice it enough, it'll all start to sound smooth. Now, you'll notice that sometimes I was plucking down or upwards with the plectrum. I don't want you to worry about that. I just want you to pluck down or up or just down. It really doesn't matter. If you want to pluck all the strings downwards, that's fine. Or if you want to do a combination of down plucks and up plucks, that's fine as well. Don't worry about it. Just do whatever's comfortable. So what I want to do now is play all those chords through in slow motion so you can really see what's going on. Okay, here goes, starting with the E minor. Go. I know I play it smoothly and easily, but that's because I've practiced it a lot since I was 9 years old, okay? So be patient with yourself. Practice it lots and lots. That's the only way to do it. Now that is the main verse chords. That's the intro. That's the main part of the song. And it gets repeated over and over again throughout the song. Now there is another section, and that's the chorus chords, and they're slightly different. And I'm going to show you them now, and they're much simpler because we're just going to strum them. It's going to sound like this. There we go. Now they're very simple. It starts with a C chord, and you already know the C because we learned it already. Now the strumming pattern that I was doing is down, down, up. And you do that 4 times. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Okay, for each chord you do it like that. So once you've done the C, then you do a G chord. I'll tell you about the G. It's the third finger on the 6th string at fret 3, and the middle finger on the 5th string at fret 2, and the little finger on the 1st string at fret 3, okay? So just practice that, but it's the same strumming pattern, okay? Then after you've done the G, it's the B7, and we already learned that one. And then it's the E minor chord, which again you already know, okay? And then it does C again, and then G again, but this time it does the A minor 7, and you already know that one. And then it finishes on a B7. So now that I've introduced you to all those chords, let me demonstrate that chorus with the strumming pattern in slow motion, starting with the C.